Hey everyone, welcome once again to PHP 101 Screencast with me, Phil from BHP Web Design. It's been a long time. I could sing the song, but I'm not going to. Sorry it's been so long since my last screencast. Varied things have come up, so I haven't had as much time available recently, and so on and so forth. But I'm back. Well, hey, hopefully I'll be recording more screencasts very soon. Woo! But so let's get on with today's one. Now today I'm going to do something which I came across the other week that I needed to do, and I had to kind of rush trying to remember how to do these things. Alright, and that is a PHP calendar. Okay, this is what we're going to end up with in the end. A calendar displays the current month, notifies you what day of the week you're on, and also if I hold over, you just about see at the bottom there, it also produces a link, so you could have some follow-on code that does some fancy swanky stuff as well. So right, let's get on with this. Change that to Screencast, and then you'll find there's nothing there. Minimize that, and let's just open this. Hey, Sublime Text. Right, all I've done is literally I've got the folders, no files whatsoever. Yes, I'm starting from scratch, no preset stuff. Ooh, scary. So let's just create these new files. I'm going to need an index.php. Of course, this could be called anything you wanted it to be called. So, but in this case, it's just going to be an index.php. This could be calendar.php, whatever. And some CSS as well is going to be needed. So style.css, and there we go. But still nothing in there. Right. Let's now think. First things first. Let's link this to the CSS file, so then we've got it. Okay, so that would be a link. Oh god, keeps doing this. I've recently installed Zen coding onto Sublime Text, and it's just not liking it for some reason. Don't know why, but there we go. Right, so /CSS, and it was style.css. Right, we have our CSS file linked. Yes. Now onto the PHP. I'll tell you, actually, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I've got some CSS code, and I'm just going to copy and paste this over. Say, because you don't really sit there watch me typing it all out. This has task thing. We'll just get rid of that for now because that was an add-on feature which we don't necessarily need. As you can tell from the CSS though, we are going to be using tables to do this, just because it's the most easiest way to go about doing this, to be honest. But there we go. Anyway, onto the PHP. Right, we've now got our style sheet linked up. First thing we need the PHP to do for a calendar is surprisingly get the date. Okay, get what today's date is. So the way we'll do that, if I just set up a string of today date, how to put it in PHP tags first. Going nuts today. And I'm just going to use the time function, which is a standard PHP function. Okay. Now what I want to do is split it up so I can get the day, the month, and the year out of what today's date is. So the way I'll do that is go string day and go date. Lowercase d gives you the date in numerical with a pre-zero, if I remember correctly. These are available. Hang on, if I bring it up, if you go to php.net and look up the function, yeah, you see here there's loads of different letters you put in, and it results in different outputs. Okay, so in this case we're going to be using a small d. Small d gives you the day of the month, 2 digits with a leading 0. So if it's the first, it'd be 01. If it's the 31st, it'd be 31. If it was a lowercase j, it'd just be 131. Okay, I've decided in this situation to go lowercase d just because I've decided it looks a bit smarter with the preceding or leading 0. Okay, so back to the code. Slight little detour then. So string day is date, lowercase d for the day, comma, and then we'll give it what date we want it to figure out, which is string today's date. Close that off. Then we want the month, which kind of works in the same way, just a different letter we'll need to put in there. So string month is the date. This is a lowercase m. Today date, and then string year. This I'm going to use a capital Y because I want the full year. So now, so far we're linking to the style sheet, which we need to do. Then we're getting what today's date is. Tell you what, actually, I'll put some comments in this. So now we're trying to find out what is today's date. Here we are splitting the date into its components. And components, something like that, into its bits. Into its bits. Okay, so now we've got the date, we've got it all separated into separate strings, so we can call it how we want. Next, we need to find out, we need to set for what is the first day of the month. Okay, we need to make it into a string. All will become clear a little bit later on why we do that. So yeah, it's a string for the first day of the month. Not sting, oh dear. So we want to set a string for the first day of the month. The way we do that, let's just say first day. Have I done that right? Yeah. Losing the plot. We're going to use a function called mktime. Now, there we go. We want 0, 0, 0 string month, comma 1, comma string year. I can't necessarily explain that because this really confuses me, the mktime, to be honest. In fact, we could look it up again. Mark time, get the Unix timestamp for the date. That's what that does. Right. I am being useless today. I'm very sorry. If you don't learn anything from this, I do apologise ahead of time. It's to do with the Unix timestamp. The Unix timestamp started running on the 1st of January 1970 at midnight. You can count in seconds ever since. So it's just a standardized way of keeping track of time, basically. Okay. You can Wikipedia it, no doubt. So no doubt there'll be a wiki entry. There you go. There's a Unix timestamp. At the moment, it's been this many seconds since the 1st of January. Blah 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 blah. There we go. That's what it does. Useless information for you. That's what I'm all about. So anyway, we want to set in a string what the first day of the month is, which we've just done. Can I point out some of these bits and pieces I learned from a tutorial as well. I seen bits getting added into it and I was a bit confused myself, but without it, it just doesn't seem to work. So there we go, just a little thing for you. Right, now to get the name of the month. Oh yeah, right. Here we're getting the month in numbers. Okay. Now for the finalized version, we're going to want them name the month in letters. In like the name of the month. Okay. If I can pull up the working version. I'm really losing the plot. There we go. You see at the moment now I've got the month in full written text. Okay, now the way we want to do that, if I just put this way we can do that is we go put it in a string. I'm going to call it title and then go date, capital F, which gives you the full month's title, and then go string first day, like so. I know this is not very exciting. I apologise. This might be one of the crappiest screencasts I've done yet. Yet again, I apologise. But I'm trying my best. This was a last minute, oh let's quickly do this. I am trying to squeeze it in. So yeah, there we go. So now we've got the title of the month, so we can display it as seen on the finalized version, like so. Now what we need to work out is what day the first day of the month falls on. Okay, because obviously as you see October starts on a Monday. Now we need to tell the PHP it started on a Monday, because otherwise when it goes to generate this calendar it will be trying to put it here on the Sunday. We don't want that at all. Okay, so what we want to do is wanted to work out what day it falls on, so we'll just go string day of week and then go date, capital D, comma, string first day, like so. So we've now got, so far in the script, we're getting what today's date is in a timestamp. We're then splitting it into each of its components. So we got what the day is, what the month is, what the year is. Then we're setting a string to find out what the first day of the month is in a Unix timestamp. It's to stop confusion for the script, because it just may get confused. It's a lot easier doing it this way, believe it or not. Then we need to get the name of the month, which we're doing using this function here under the date function with the capital F, which gives us the full name of the month. And then we need to we're working out what day of the week the first day of the month falls on, which is what we're doing here. At the moment, none of this is going to generate anything. This is all back-end code. Okay, this is what PHP can be like sometimes. Lots and lots and lots of back-end stuff. But there we go. A little tip I can give you now while I'm working on it, because you may see this is making more sense to do it this way. Leave yourself little quotations or annotations, sorry. So should you have an issue or come back to this code later on or whatever, you can quickly look. I mean, you wouldn't know what the hell necessarily this was doing, but if you just put yourself a little message at the top just above it, you can go, right, okay, where am I setting what day of the week does it fall on? Oh, here we go, work out what the first day of the month is, blah blah blah. Just undo that. So there we go. Little tip just to help you out, makes your life a lot easier. So now we've got what day of the week it falls on. What we need to figure out now is how many blank spaces, how many blank cells we need to put into our table so it falls underneath the right day of the week in our table. It'll all come a bit clearer in a moment. So let's just put in a note. So work out how many blank spaces to put in. Way we can do that, we'll use a switch. Switches I can't necessarily tell you a lot on because I am still learning them, to be honest. But a switch, basically, you can, there you go, switch statement is similar to a series of if statements on the same expression. If many occasions you may want to compare the same variable for expression with many different values and execute a different piece of coding depending on what value it equals to. This is exactly what a switch statement is for. So if I equals 0, echo I equals 0, blah 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 blah. You could write out loads of if statements like this, or you can just write out that, which is going to be less coding for you, which is going to be easier for you. Ha! I'm really not making much sense today. I apologise, but it will all start to work in the end. So we'll just put in a switch command, and we'll pass through day of week. We'll pass that through. Then, just like as if you're doing an if statement, we'll put it in brackets. Then we'll go case if it's a Sunday, because our calendar's day of the week will start. Our calendar's week starts on a Sunday. Get my teeth in properly, I'll be able to actually make more sense for you. Okay. So we're saying if day of the week equals Sunday. Okay. This is where I'm going to set a new string called blank. Blank equals 0. And then after this we'll put in a break. Break means basically if this is true and you've done, ignore the rest of this switch. You don't need to worry any more about it. Okay. Then we'll just continue. So if case if it equals mon for Monday, and then break like so. That's how I'm going to do. Save you sitting there watching me type. I've got a bit of code here, so I'm just going to copy that. I don't think you really want to watch me type through all the rest of the different variations. So you can see how it kind of works. So if it's Sunday, blank equals 0, finish. If it comes, but then if it doesn't, then it will go on to the next line. Okay, does it equal Monday? No. Okay. Does it equal Tuesday? Yes, it does. Okay, string blank equals 2. Break. Okay, finished. Bye bye. Don't bother me anymore on this switch section. So that's how a switch works. It works as, you could in theory write this out as loads of if statements, but this just saves you some effort. Okay. We are going to get to the bit in a moment where we'll start producing this calendar, but you've still got to bear with us. We will get there. Trust me. Next. Next we need to find out how many days is in a month in total. Way we can do that is I'm going to set another string called days in month, and then I'm going to use a function called, there's lots of predefined functions here, cal underscore days underscore in month. There you go. This function, cal days in month, which is PHP 4, 4.1 and PHP 5, returns the number of days in a month of a given year and calendar. So let's have a look. You need to pass through that, which is a type of calendar. I don't know what it kind of means, but yeah. We're only interested in the second two integers, one be the month and one be the year, which we can obviously pass through to it, no issues. So what we need to do is go back to this, go cal in month, not moth. There we go. So the first bit we're just going to put a 0 for, next we're just going to do a string month, and a last one string year. And there we go. We've now worked out exactly how many days there are in that month. Jobs are good and we don't need to worry about that anymore. Well, it will come up in a bit. Anyway. Losing the plot, I'm sorry. Anyway, so now, about time we start actually getting this script, producing stuff and displaying it on the screen. What we're going to do is, we're going to start off by making the header for the calendar. Calendar header. So we're going to echo out, and what we're going to echo out is a table with a border equals 0, and then we're going to worry about cell spacing. Don't want any cell padding either. And let's just set a width. Right, whatever width you set in here, you really could do with being able to divide it by 7. I think that's how I've done it. We'll soon find out if that's how I did it. So I'm just going to set 294 pixels. There we go. So that started our table off. Next, I'm going to echo out the first row of our table. The first row of our table is just going to contain, or the first row, should I say, it's only going to contain what the year is and what the month is. Okay, so let's go back to the code. What I'm going to do is just go boom, 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 like that. Then I'm going to set in a table row. This is going back to old school HTML. This is in the way. So table row, no, I want table header. Mixture of HTML4, HTML5. Woo! Party. Table header. I'm going to col span for 7 Col span means that I don't need 7 individual columns. Make them all one for me. It's very nice for you how it does that. But yeah. What I'm then going to do is go in and input some string data. Yay! So, string title, space, and then I'm going to put the year, and then I'm just going to end this table, or this table header, like so. Oh, I need to put the single quotation mark there at the end. Save that. Yeah, again, I'm sorry if I'm boring you. So if I refresh this now, at the moment we've got the month and the year displaying, yay! And also the bit of CSS which I cheated. I claimed I was going to do jackal pre-hand, but I kind of did. I just set some very basic styling. But there we go. Back to the code. Now what I need to do is, yes, I need now to put in the days of the week at the top of the table. I could sit here and type it all, but I'm not going to, so I'm going to copy and paste and show you what I've done. What I've done is, you can see it's a table row, table dividers, width of 42, and then what I've done is, the Sunday, which is an S, and the Saturday, which I've put as an S, I've given a CSS class of weekend. Okay, the reason I'm giving that is because it denotes the weekend and allows you to do a bit of different styling, which in my case I've just put, give it a light shade of grey, basically. So that's what that CSS class is going to do for you. Right, so now, if I save that, and go Alt and Tab to it and refresh, you can see now I've got the month, the year, and the days of the week denoted in one letter, and the Sunday and the Saturday are in this slightly different grade colour thanks to the CSS. Next is something. What am I doing next? Next, I'm going to, oh yeah, put the days in. Ah, that would make sense. Put the table up, I might as well put the days in now. Losing the plot. So, first thing we're going to do, we need to be able to count how many days we've already put in. I think I spelled that right. So I was going to put a day count. Of 1. Because when it puts this first one in, it's going to count 1 day. Next, we're going to need to start a new row. So let's echo out, say table row. Like so. Now, we need to get rid of the days at the beginning that we don't need. Ooh. So, we're going to use a while loop. So while string blank is greater than 0, okay, I just realised something I've done. Sorry about this. This is really going to confuse you. Inside this while loop, I'm going to use an if statement. This is going to come clear very quickly. Reason is because of the weekends. Sundays and Saturdays, I want to put that grade in, so I need to give it a class. So in this case, I'm going to use an if statement. This will make sense now. So I'm going to play if Actually, I'll just give you a bit more space so you can see what I'm doing. And go if day count equals 1, or day count equals 7, then echo out for me a table divider with the class equals weekend, and make it blank, like so. But then we're going to go else echo out for me just a blank table divider. There we go. And then after I've done that, I then need to, sorry, I'm losing the plot. Right, after that I need to then obviously tell the script that I've already inserted one as blank days. The way I'll do that is go string, not pound sign, string blank equals string blank -1. But then I need to increase the day count . Do I need to increase the day count there? Yes, I do. Yes, because the day count the day count is working out what is the weekend. Right. So yes, I do need to insert a day count there. So string day count ++, which means add 1 every time this runs, and then it closes that while loop. So now what it's doing is, if I say this, yes, I know I've got to pay. If I refresh, you'll see it's worked out kind of how many table rows it's got to put in, but it's kind of failed. But you can see here the first one is a weekend, it's a blank. Today is a Thursday, so it's you can't see it necessarily, but it's inserted cells all the way to here. In fact, if I inspect element, you might be able to see it this way. Oh, it's inserted 1. It's messed up for some reason. We'll figure that one out in a minute. Let's just get the rest of this code made, and then it hopefully should work. Where was I up to? Count days inserted. So string day count equals 1. Echo table row. While blank is greater than 0. So how many blank days you've got to insert. And day count, and also while you're doing that, insert table rows for me. If day count equals 1 or day count equals 7, I mean it means to insert a weekend, which is meant to do. Else just insert a blank table cell. String blank equals string blank -1, and day count increased by 1. Hopefully if I put the rest of the code in, you should hopefully fix out this little issue I'm having. So next I need to make the first day of the month equal 1. So month equal 1. So the way I'm going to do that is just go string day num, short for number 1. I'm going to close that off there. something's really going messed up and I can't figure out what it is, and it's going to pee me off until I figured it out. Next up, it's time to actually finish making this goddamn calendar. So now I'm just going to put all the days on the page. Yeah, again, a while loop. So while string day underscore number is less than or equal to string days in month. So now the while loop's going. What I'm asking it is, if the number you're on for that month is less than or equal to how many days there are in the month, then keep operating this while loop. If it's greater than, then stop, die, do not do any more because you're finished, okay? Because otherwise it's just going to keep trying to add numbers. Here we go. I'm sorry, this is probably a really crap one, I really am sorry. So, if statement, and the reason we're putting the if statement in is so we can mark these weekends again. So what I'm going to do is go if day and, oh no, get it right. Day count equals 1, or day count equals 7, then if statement's inside an if statement here. Bonus! Don't know why I've done this way round. This is the problem sometimes when you go back to code. Because admittedly, yes, I am claiming to start from fresh, but if you bring this in here, you can see where I have kind of previously made this code, and I'm trying to work out where I got to. But I am struggling. Because I am confusing myself. Do you know what? I might just copy and paste this bit, because I'm getting a bit confused as to where I am at. So that's that, else, and that's the end of the while loop. No, it's not. Oh God, help me. Sorry, this isn't very interesting when I'm doing this on a second screen, admittedly, and I'm very sorry about that. View, notation, line endings, no, yes, no, no. Ah! Sorry. Okay, I get why I've done this now. But I'm just going to copy all this. Save some time, because I'm not the world's fastest typer. So let's delete out what's here, and then paste that in there. So what I've done is, I will make this code available to you. You may think it's rubbish code, but we'll make it available. And I think I figured out what's going on now. So whilst day number is less than or equal to days in the month, I want you to go through this if statement, and then if the day count equals 1 or day count equals 7, go into this if statement. If day number equals day, figured it out now. Day number equals day, it means is it today? If it is, then I was implying a class of today along with the weekend class. This is making sense to me now. I'm sorry this is taking so long, but yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm applying the class of the weekend with this first if statement here. But then what I'm also saying, well, hang on, if the day is today, also apply a class of today, because then I can highlight that differently. This is what I get for not reading my code through first. Then what I'm doing is I'm applying a link of a href equals this will then link to whatever file, question mark to give pass the get variable through, and then d for day equals, and I use the string day number, and m equals pass the string for month, and then close that anchor tag, and then obviously display the number, close an anchor tag, close the table tag. If it isn't today's date, then just apply the weekend tag and then go through the same rigmarole again. If it's not a weekend, still figure out if it's today. If it is, then obviously you add the class of today. If not, then add no classes whatsoever, and then just spew out all the information. Then add a +1 to the day number, +1 to the day count. Yes, that's how to put them in. Next, I'll put in an if statement again. If day count is greater than 7, so if it's on the 8th day it's trying to put in, before you do that, start a new table row and reset the day count to 1. So then we don't go across the page forever for infinity and keep having a countless number of days added to it. Finally figured it out. I apologise, I am crap. So, not much to do now. Okay, if I save and go back to here and refresh, you can see it is adding them in with today's date marked. Yes. Now, but what I want to do, just to finish it off, so I don't have this blankness just here, I'm going to put in, oh, wrong bit, a little bit more code, not much more, and also we've got to obviously close the table at the end as well. Right, now what we're going to do, hope you're still with me and haven't quit this podcast. If he has, I do apologise, they're normally better than this. Now what we're going to do is just insert the blank, oh god, days at the end of the month that aren't required. What we did is use a while loop again. Then go string day underscore count is greater than 1. And string day underscore count is less than or equal to 7. Yeah. So while day count is greater than 1 and string day count is less than or equal to 7, open. Oh no. God, I'm being rubbish. I'm sorry. It will finish soon. I apologise. Open this while loop. Right, inside the while loop we're going to use an if statement yet again. So, if day count equals 1, or string day count equals 7, echo out for us a blank table, so with the weekend. Else, what I want you to do is just echo out a blank table cell. And then increase the string day count. Like so. Then finally, we want to end the table. We don't HTML cock-ups. So finally we just need to echo out that and that. And then finally close the PHP tags and save. This is all the code you need. As I will, because I've been so rubbish, supply all this code so you can have it if you actually want it and don't just think I'm useless. Now if I refresh, you'll see it's added the last couple of cells and the last bit of the weekend. If I inspect the element, you'll see it's actually closed the table properly as well and everything. So that is how to build a PHP calendar. Now just to briefly show you some of the CSS, because I did kind of gloss over that admittedly. If I just kind of move this somehow, like so, and then shrink this down so you can kind of see. What I've done is, so the class of weekend's giving you this grey, so you know this could be, if you wanted to, the weekend could be green, and you got green like that. Okay, so I just prefer the grey because when I was providing this for someone, you know, I didn't know what colour styling they were going to go for. One of the key things I did as well was on the anchor tags, I put a display block. What that means they can do is the entire area, entire cell becomes the anchor link, not just the text. If you don't have that display block, okay, so let me just comment that out. So refresh, and the edges here don't work, so you have to keep going into this to kind of do that, and it's a bit annoying. So save that again and then refresh again. Refresh, and there you go, the entire cell is, and you can see there's a link at the bottom. If I click it, it comes up at the top with the day is 10th and the month is 10th, 13th, 10th, so on and so forth. So that is the end of this torturous screencast for you. I apologise that it was very torturous. As I said, I will also be supplying this code at phpwebdesign.com. I am in the process of currently having a redesign. Woo! That is on its way. Can I point out, very shiny, very new. I cycle everywhere, and unfortunately it was broken recently. But you can always give us a follow on Twitter. As a gaffer sometimes says, you can twat on Twitter. There's also a link to directly Skype me. Just click on that. If you've got Skype installed, then it will connect to you. Please also check out this, my responsive web design tester. Just because I'm on a small screen at the moment, or small resolution, this looks a bit funky. The concept behind this is you can enter a web address, so let's just go, okay, click for like an iPhone, iPad, small desktop or large desktop, click view, and what it will do is pop up an example so you can test your media queries on your site. It's totally free for you to use. You know, it's great fun. One thing I would say, first time you use it, you do need to click this link just here, just to get bypass some security issues that we got. I say you can view like iPad versions of websites as well. Only iPad portrait, not landscape, admittedly, but it kind of gives you an idea of what you're looking at. Okay, and then small desktop and large desktop. There is a contact form there if you do have any issues, which I'm using Wufoo, first time ever using it, and I just thought it was a pretty cool scrolling thing. But there we go. I have also got these videos available on YouTube and iTunes. Okay. Apologies at the moment anyone who's trying to buy template off me. For some strange reason that I still have not been able to figure out, the whole template section of my site is not working. Don't know why. I will figure it out. But you can check out my other videos on my site as well. Leave comments, tell me how rubbish you thought I was, and so on. This was episode 11 apparently. Or contact me if you've got anything you need help with, or whether you just want to hire me to actually build you something. Please feel free, my rates are quite reasonable. I know, touting for jobs on this. Send me a message and I'll get back to you. So you can always contact me on Skype or send me a tweet. You know, I haven't yet been able to secure something for you though, because I am getting sponsorship at the moment from penguinhosting.co.uk. To show their site. They're doing a good deal on hosting for you. So yeah, I've actually set up a partnership with them. They do a hosting package from only $1.99 a month. Okay, it's penguin-hosting.co.uk. I'll either post it in my comments on the notes for this screencast, or it may have to wait till the next screencast. But there will be an offer code which will give you £50 worth of Google AdWords vouchers. Okay, or maybe £100 one, I can't remember, but there is going to be some deals set up for them very soon. But you can get hosting off them for $1.99 a month. Well worth checking out. Seems to be some nice guys there as well. Okay, so just check them out. They've also got domain names available. You go for $1.99 a month. You get 10 gig of bandwidth, 1,000 mailbox 1,000 mailboxes, SQL database, 5 gig of disk space. Oh, you get the free Google AdWords voucher. Must be some more they're going to give me. But anyway, and obviously it can expand over to it as well. And they do have domain names available from only $3.99 for your .com, .co.uk, .net, .biz, .info, .org, .name, and more. Yes, yes. If you buy 3 domain names in one order as well, they'll give you £50 Google AdWords voucher to help you get some more traffic to your site. If you do sign up, make sure you give them a shout, say you came from me, because they will offer you some extra offers and bits and pieces as well. I can't remember exactly what it is they said they're going to do. But yeah, check them out, Penguin Hosting. Yeah, always give them a check out. Okay, but that's me for now. Apologise, it seemed a bit of a crappy screencast. I apologise. Did my best, but there we go. But until next time, hopefully it won't be too long, and hopefully the next one will be a lot better. Okay, but until next time, see you then. Bye bye.